Recess is disappearing. Elementary schools across the country are dramatically reducing or entirely eliminating recess from the school day. According to the 2010 State of Play Gallup survey, principals nationwide feel pressure to reduce or eliminate recess in order to make more time for classroom instruction. They figure that more classroom instruction could lead to higher standardized test scores, and that students can likely get physical exercise outside of the school day. The elimination of recess most directly affects those who are already at some sort of disadvantage. In their 2009 article, Jarrett and Waite-Stupinski found that a full 21% of students do not have a recess period. This 21% was then broken out by demographic, and it shows a really striking contrast between students who do and do not have recess. According to the 2005 National Center for Education Statistics study that was cited by Jarrett and Waite-Stupinski, out of the 21% of students who do not have recess, 39% are African American, 44% are below the poverty line, and 25% of those students did not meet standardized test scores. This is compared to 15% of students that are white who do not have recess, 17% of students above the poverty line who do not have recess, and 15% of students scoring above standardized test scores who do not have recess. As you can see, it's a really striking difference between who does not get recess in terms of demographics. This begs the question, does eliminating recess equal higher test scores, and are students staying healthy? The answer would appear to be a resounding no. The Center for Disease Control reports that 18% of children between the ages of 6 and 11 are considered obese, and the author Strauss states that standardized test scores have only gone up 1 point out of 500 over the last several years. Research suggests that recess in an elementary school setting is critical because it helps students attain better physical health and it allows for higher levels of academic success. In a study by Ridgers, St. Maurice, Welk, Siapush, and Huberty done in 2010, it was found that recess can contribute to between 13 and 26% of a child's daily physical activity. Pellegrini and Borklin found in their 2010 study that students perform better and exhibit better classroom behavior following recess. This study has been validated by other scholars in the field. Clearly, recess is vital for student success and important for children's physical health. If recess contributes to between 13 and 26% of a child's daily physical activity, then it would stand to reason that reducing or eliminating recess from schools would cause an increase in overweight and obesity in children. According to Waite-Stupinski and Finley's 2001 article on recess, the number of overweight children has doubled since 1980 and has tripled since 1970. Overweight children are at higher risk for type 2 diabetes, asthma, heart conditions, hypertension, and sleep apnea. Mernon, Prest, Teljohan, Dake, and Bordley point out that overweight children are 5 times more likely to experience obesity as adults. Recess is a time when many children have the opportunity to play, run, and exercise. These behaviors are important in helping to combat health issues in students. Developing healthy exercise habits is very important in young children. Waite-Stupinski and Finley found that children who do not get physical activity at school are not likely to make up for it at home. In fact, children who exercise and play at school are more likely to continue being physically active when they get home. A study done by Ridgers et al. Found that students who had a longer recess period used a greater percentage of that time in order to play and exercise compared to students who had a shorter recess period and whose activity tapered off as the recess time elapsed. What this means is that when students are given more time to exercise and play, they're likely to use it and use it more fully. Students with longer recess periods are likely to develop good health and fitness habits, and these can prevent childhood obesity and keep them in good health throughout adulthood. In addition to physical health, Pellegrini and Borklund found that students perform better and exhibit better classroom behavior following recess. They also found that elementary school students learn better when given a break between subjects, and that students learn and retain information better following recess. A 2001 study by Jarrett, Maxwell, Dickerson, Hogue, Davies, and Yetley showed that children who have recess exhibit significantly less fidgetiness and stay more on task in the classroom than children who were not given a recess period. Jarrett and Waite-Stupinski also state that research on memory has shown that information recall is greater following a recess break and when instruction is spaced out instead of concentrated. A recess break allows students to have time to mentally and cognitively regroup. It's important for student achievement and academic success that children are given that time to mentally recuperate. Recess helps children develop better social skills, which are necessary for good classroom behavior and focus. Ramstetter, Murray, and Garner found that recess allows children to foster important communication and negotiation skills, including sharing and cooperation. These social skills allow students to work better in a classroom, and they create a better learning environment. Pellegrini and Borkland state that the combination of physical activity and social interaction at recess have been positively correlated to better attention paid in the classroom. Better attention at recess means better classroom behavior, better retention, and better focus, and this will help with student achievement. Recess plays a critical role in the ability for children to learn in the classroom and for the development of lifetime health and fitness habits for children. As such, it's critical that schools stop eliminating or reducing recess time. Recess contributes to a large portion of a child's daily physical activity, and it sets a child up for good health and fitness habits that they might not otherwise develop. Additionally, children are able to learn more effectively and develop better social skills that extend to the classroom when they have a regular recess period. Reducing or eliminating recess has not been shown to improve student test scores, and it certainly doesn't set them up for good health and fitness habits. Eliminating recess in the name of more class time is counterintuitive to the learning process, and it sets students up for potential health issues as they grow older. School administrators, teachers, and parents need to advocate for the student right to recess. In the long run, play could make all the difference in a child's ability to learn and be healthy.
With funding cuts to schools that are not testing well, how can parents, administrators, and teachers ensure that students are given adequate recess time?
Teachers and community members should determine if there is some sort of protocol for making suggestions to the school district. If there is, they can lobby the school district in order to keep recess from disappearing. A group called Peaceful Playgrounds offers a right to recess toolkit that parents, teachers, and community members can use to educate school officials about the importance of recess for their students' academic success and physical wellness.
Children can get rowdy at recess, and since recess is time that is minimally supervised, how can we make sure that recess is safe for children?
The easiest way to ensure that recess is safe and effective for students is to make sure that it's adequately staffed. This can be tough during budget cuts, but teachers and parents can use their time to monitor recess with great results. There are programs such as Playworks, which is a nonprofit organization that mobilizes volunteers to coach and oversee games, the use of playground equipment, and mediate any conflicts between students. While this program is currently only available in 15 cities, volunteers can easily replicate these types of activities in their own town in order to improve recess behaviors.